Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart.
But since that you were here now, let us do some testing. GLaDOS testing. This is a WOWee 1 portable speaker. We're going to remove the top cover first. To do that we need a small flat screwdriver which we could put into the grill slits and pry it open very carefully. Once we've got it lifted a little bit we can get either a fingernail or another small flat screwdriver in there to be able to pry it open. Be careful because underneath the slats is the tweeter and we don't want to scratch it or puncture it. It's only stuck with glue, and if you do it carefully without cracking the cover or bending it, you'll be able to replace it very easily when you've finished and you want to put it back together again. Once you've got the top cover off, you'll find 6 screws which you can undo very easily, and then you'll be able to pull off the cover with its tweeter. And be careful because it is connected with a wire and a white connector to the circuit board on the main part of the WOWee 1. Just give it a tug and it slides out, and then you're left with a circuit board with 2 remaining connectors, the base and the battery. The reason I'd taken apart my WOWee 1's portable speaker was because the base wasn't working properly. It had an intermittent problem, and that turned out to be because the red cable had broken off from the transducer coil. So here, having soldered it back on, I'm putting it into its gel case, which you have to be careful, you have to make sure that it goes in right, completely flat at the bottom of it, and it has these lips that go over the edge of the green circuit board, and then you can put the magnet in. Now the magnet's not easy to get in, but I found the best way was to hold opposite edges tight, like pinching them as you put the magnet in, because the magnet has to sit on top of the gel lips and it must not actually touch the green circuit board. If you get it right, then you'll see as I turn it round that the magnet sits on the gel, and then the gel sits between the magnet and the green circuit board. That's got to be all the way around, and once that's done you can just pop it back in to the WOWee 1 portable speaker case. Make sure that the cable is in the right place, sticking out, and I've had the cable extended to give it a bit more flex so that hopefully it won't happen again. Also a bit more glue onto the circuit board will help also to stop the cables from coming off. Just to remind you, will be positive, that will be negative. Now here I am trying to get it back into the circuit board. I got it the wrong way around at first, so it won't go in, but once I've turned it around you'll see it has a little slot to make it easy enough to see. When you put it back in, you will just have to be careful of the battery and put it in at an angle so that it will just slide in. Once it starts going in, it's easy enough to get in. Make sure it goes in all the way, and then you shouldn't have any more problems with that base. Putting the cover back on with a tweeter in it just requires I have to plug it back in to the circuit board. Once that's done, the top with the tweeter in it fits snugly back on to the case, and then it's just a matter of screwing in the 6 screws and putting the grill back on, which has plenty of glue on it, so it will stick back on very easily. And once you remove the grill once, it's easy to remove it again in the future if you should need to do so, like for example to change the battery, or hopefully not, but if the base stops working again and needs resoldering, you can do that. give it a clean, and then it's done. Job completed.